Let's have a close look at two different base design. My base and the base I find in almost every attack I do. This one. And you probably have already faced this base and you are maybe wondering why is it so effective. So the reason why it's so effective is because of the design. This design makes force your giants to go into the crusher. So with this design, this guy is sure that he will not be attacked by full giants. And the crusher is actually really strong, and also this allows to place giant bombs and traps next to the crusher so that the giant die and the archers are left vulnerable. And after that you can think, okay, I will go only with archers, but the thing is, with only archers it is very unlikely that you will get a 3-star. So let's watch this base in action. Keep in mind also this guy has level 3 defenses, so it makes it a lot easier to defend, and actually I got pretty close to get a 3-star because 75% is not that bad, given my giants are level 4 and my archers level 5. So how do I attack this base? So I go with only one side and full archers. Why is that? It's because I'm not really going for the 3 stars. My goal is to get to the town hall and get as many stars as possible. The giants, I put them in different places to make sure that they don't trigger the same bombs. Now that the crusher is dead, my other giants start tanking the other defenses and my archers can deal a ton of damage. So I'm pretty happy with how this attack went. Of course, the Tesla being underwork really helped me out, and I might not have been able to get the 75% here, but also keep in mind that his defenses are much stronger than mine. So yeah, this is the base I see the most, and if you don't know what base you want to build, build this base. It's really good. But what if you want to be more original, and if you're like me, you like to build your own base and you want to do your own things? So you can try my kind of bases, or at least follow my my train of thought for this base. This should be here. No, it should be here. So what is my train of thought for this base? This base is designed around having defenses protecting, having single target defenses being protected as well as possible, and the crusher on the side where the base is open. So I will get the crusher pretty much in the center so that it doesn't get killed by the archers too easily, because if you put your crusher at the entrance, then the archers can come all together and kill it, unless you have a ton of bombs next to it. But yeah, it is just yeah, I prefer to have it protected. Then next to it I will have an entrance to my base for my traps. This is pretty standard. At this level you want to know exactly from where the opponent will attack, and if you leave an entrance, then the crusher next to it with a lot of traps, this becomes a big trap for his army. So yeah, pretty good. But the problem with this kind of bases is the other side is very weak, and because my design is much bigger than the design we saw just before, then his giants can come in from this side and kill my base with the archers on the back. So this is why I have so many high level buildings here. I will have all my long range right at the back of my buildings, and I will have those mines. Those mines are really important because he will most likely send a lot of archers here, and if I can take half the HP of all his archers, then the attack is failed on his part. And then I will put one spring trap here, because people usually send a giant right here on this base, and taking out one giant as soon as he gets into the field is very good. So let's have a look at how this base works against this guy. And this guy will not go with a giant attack. Instead, he will go with full archers, and this is where having defenses in range of every building gets very useful, because these full archer attacks are a lot less effective. And he will anyway still manage to get the town hall, but honestly I have only level 1 defenses. You must keep this in mind. This guy, the other guy, had level 3 defenses and I only have level 1. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's have a look at another example of a defense from my base. And this time the guy will go with giants. So he tries the right entrance with his archers to see if there are any giant bombs. There are not. But he will lose his 3 archers for taking only 2 buildings, which is not the best he could have done. And here he starts from the left side, and you can see that those archers got completely destroyed by the bomb, but the 2 giants are very effective here at the front and they will tank forever. Hopefully my defenses will be enough to take down those giants. Now he comes into the center of the base and the crusher destroys 1 archer and the 2 giants, and now my double cannon and my Tesla finishes the job with those archers, and this guy barely gets 50%. So, is my base perfect? No, not at all. I think if someone attacks with uses his archers one by one to trigger the bombs, and then send all his archers, and then sends the giants on this side, then I'm pretty sure my base will get 3-star, especially since this is only level 1 defenses. So yeah, this is 2 examples of bases you can do, and if you have other bases you like more, feel free to tell me. But I really believe if you really don't know how to build your base, you should follow the example of this base. This is everywhere, and I almost never manage to get a 3-star on this kind of bases. So yeah, if you don't know what to do, do this one.